Alright guys, what is up? Welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival with LD7. We have finished building, our base for the most part. So, we've got our ground floor, second floor, and then we've got a roof with access here. So, the walls and everything are basically all armored concrete. A little bit of Xeno steel for the foundation, the very bottom wall in some spots. I used for the flooring and ceiling materials. I have armored concrete going in the center of each of these little T pieces, all the way over to the center of the structure, and then steel blocks surrounding it. For this little enclosure, it's all armored concrete and one door with elevators. In the center, we have our elevators along the back here. I built a food processor, medic station, that kind of stuff. But onto something a little bit more fun. Let's talk about base defenses. So, if you notice in my hotbar, I've got two types of turrets. I've got projectile and I've got sentry guns. So both of them are placeable on bases, right? So that's pretty cool. Both of them also are automatable. So if enemies decide they're going to come and attack you, these will auto shoot at them, even if you're not 100% paying attention, whatever. So worthwhile to have these on all of your bases. The ones you can build is going to depend upon your tech level and things like that. We would build rocket turrets for this base, like I'd put one where I'm standing in this picture, but I don't have enough cobalt, and you know what, it's alright. This is just an outpost. It's pretty beefy as far as the tiles are concerned, and there's going to be a lot of firepower because I'm going to have 4 projectile turrets and 8 sentry guns on this bad mamma jamma. So without further ado, this is how I'm going to place them. So I'm going to put the projectile turrets on the tops of these towers in the cardinal directions, right? So have this one facing out this way, that one's facing out that way, and we'll do that with all the tower tops for the most part, because this will give us pretty good base coverage. Like, the turrets themselves can move, they just, have to have a specific direction that they're aimed. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to put this one there. I understand that it's overhanging a little bit. What I'm going to do, I noticed that there was a block that we misplaced earlier. So I'm going to gather this up, and we might build one more armored concrete brick to just finish out the base of this bad boy. That way, it has some sort of support and it's not just floating, right? But doing this kind of covers the glitch looking aspect of it. But anyway, so that's how I would put my projectile turrets. Now, let me see if I remember how to do this. If you go into the control panel for the base, we're going to have to expand the CPU. That's fine, we'll do that in a minute. It takes 30mm bullets, so we'll have to put that in a ammo box. We'll do that after we place our sentry guns. And then the other thing I wanted to show is if you go to devices and you select your turret. So cannon turret is what this is called. It will give you all this information. So active, yes or no, show on HUD. So you can actually see these on the map if you tick that on. I don't really care about that. And then main targeting group. This is the most important set. So player factions, if you're playing a multiplayer game, this will shoot people that aren't in your faction. NPC factions, that means like if the Talon were to come by, it would shoot at them as well. Prey would be if just random dinosaurs walk by. Predator/alien is going to be the Xerax, the alien nightmares, the spiders, all the stuff that attacks you is under this box. So I have it set like this. I don't really care about the prey, but this tells you how many hit points, how much energy it takes, CPU usage, how much damage it does, how fast it fires, and how fast it can aim. All that kind of stuff is in here, so it's pretty cool. Just wanted to show that. You can do it with the sentry guns that we're going to place as well. I just wanted to show the main cannons first. So the way I wanted to do the sentry guns, just because this is a relatively tall structure, is I wanted to put them, about halfway down and have them pointing out in the right-hand direction, so have them aimed like that on each wall, and between the 4 walls it should, if I'm not mistaken, cover us completely. on a lower level of the base as well, which would be nice. So I'm doing that first just because I want to protect the main building of the base before we do anything else, because that is the most critical, right? We're going to go in and put in some solar panels and all that stuff too. It'll probably be next episode, but whatever. So we've got our sentry guns placed there. That provides good ground level, just in case they try to land troops. Those guys can shoot them while these guys can take off the drones. Since I don't have rocket turrets, the other thing I was going to do is place a turret in each of the cardinal directions on top here, because that will cover this top entrance into the base, just in case they manage to land someone up here and try to get in through the roof. With that being said, I'm just going to go down. I should have my other sentry guns, and we can start making the ammo that we need. So that clicking sound means that our turrets would be firing at stuff, but they're out of ammo. So, just so you know. So we need 30mm bullets. We'll make 80. Sure, why not? Ooh, we don't have that much steel, though. We'll make like 50, whatever. That's gonna be so many bullets. You get 70 per. We'll do 15 then. That should be enough. Whatever. We have the ammo for the sentry guns already, which I'm going to go ahead and fill up while we're here. Just show that off. So I placed these in between sessions as well, these two ammo boxes. I just thought we'd separate out our ammo. So projectile rifle round will fill up the sentry guns, and 30mm will fill up the cannons. So our guns are firing now at probably spiders that are around our base, whatever. But now we have our protection in place, more or less. I mean, if the Xerax were to attack right now, they'd get a face full of turrets, which is a good place to be, at least if you don't want your stuff destroyed. So the reason why our base got destroyed when we, back a few episodes, whatever, is because we didn't have any turrets on it. Now, I was playing under one of the versions of the game that I played a while ago of Empyrion. The turret auto-targeting didn't work, so you actually had to pilot the turrets, which you can do still. You can still hop in them. If you go up and press F, you'll pilot the turret or whatever. And that's fine, but I want the auto fire, because then I don't have to aim, I don't have to fly around, I don't have to get to the turret. I just know the base is protected. So I'm glad that they have that in this version, and I think they always meant to have it. It just didn't work in the specific file or version, file, update, whatever, that I was playing on. So I'm glad to see that they have it now. It definitely makes it more fun. Now that we have some ammo in these, if we go back in here and go back to main, we can go fill all, and that will load up all of our turrets. So now everything should have power, and, it'll attack predators if they come after us, or aliens, whatever. With that being said, we do want to expand the CPU. That way we don't chew through the power like we're doing right now. Let's see if we can build one of those. So the T2 requires 4 flux coils. We don't have the cobalt, unfortunately. Okay, well, that's alright. I mean, we're still pretty tough at the moment. I mean, I wish I had the cobalt, so the power usage would be better on this base, then I'd say it was good to go. But the last little thing that I want to do is actually build the power. And since I'm not really using this space up here for anything, I'm gonna move the large constructor up here for sure. So let's do that before I get ahead of myself. Retrieve. Cool. I'm gonna leave the generator where it is. I like it that way. We might move it as we expand the core. If we get to a T3, we'll have the core in the center and put the generator somewhere else, but that's fine. The bed's fine there, I think. Let's go ahead and place this down before we do the capacitors, just so I can see what it's gonna look like. So if I do that, I mean, that's pretty good. Like, it's